Hello, everyone, and welcome to Crystal Ballin. This podcast used to be me interviewing opposing analysts each week. I'm sure you guys have noticed that I'm not doing that anymore, but this is just going to be a free for all. I've got some exciting interviews that I am going to have coming up, hopefully within the month. One that I'm actually very excited about. It's not even a player, it's somebody who I've looked up to that I just cannot wait to talk to. She is amazing. So it's just going to be little me talking about the 49er schedule and kind of going over some fantasy advice for you guys too, because I love that. The crystal ball this year, though, okay, so I will say, like, we still got to stick to the whole theme of the crystal ball and everything. And honestly, after this week, I usually look at like the schedule in week one and I'm like, okay, like if we win week one, we're winning the whole thing. And like normally I'm just saying that because I'm being cheeky and whatever. But I actually mean it this time. I'm looking in my crystal ball and I'm seeing like 49ers championship, Super Bowl win at NOLA in New Orleans. I honestly feel like this is the year. And I say that all the time. I sound like a delusional Cowboys fan, but I genuinely believe this is the year. And after watching the dominant performance on Monday Night Football, I genuinely believe it's going to happen. So the team, everything is just amazing. I'm going to get into more of the game itself just by talking about some of the players and everything. Super excited about that. Lil Brock Purdy, I know everyone was kind of talking about him on the timeline. A lot of people in a good way, a lot of elite conversations going on about him there. And I saw an interview. I am going to get to more of this later, but I just gave it away that he's going to be on my list for potentially winning the crown. I don't know if he wins the crown. We'll have to see. That's going to come up later. But he's just that dude, man. Honestly, he not only is he like the 49ers franchise guy right now, you look at him, he's our franchise quarterback. He's like NFL guy. He's doing all these sponsorships. His face is literally everywhere. Like he's that guy. So it's exciting to see that Purdy's getting his flowers. And yeah, I'm pumped that he's on our side of the team. Okay, so I'm so excited to show you guys something before we get into it. I really want to show you. Let's see here if we can. Well, you can kind of see it right here. I've got an amazing deck. It's basically George Kittle showing the Fuck Dallas t-shirt that he was wearing underneath when we played Dallas. So super exciting. But yeah, I was sent this by Dom. His name is Dom over at the Athlete Deck, and this is the most beautiful masterpiece I've ever had on my wall. It's absolutely stunning. So yeah, huge shout out to him. I have a little thing that I'm going to get to, and I'll show you guys in a minute. But basically, if you want to check out his other artwork, his other pieces that he is at the Athlete Deck on Instagram. That's where all his stuff is. And then you can also check him out on his website, theathletedeck.com, and you can get yourself one of these beautiful decks with George Kittle saying "Fuck Dallas" on it. I absolutely like. This is the coolest thing I've ever been sent in my life. I used to pretend that I was a skater chick back in the day and like would wear DCs and etnies, and like I was that girl who would watch all the skateboarders and like cheer them on at the park. Tried to skateboard myself, wasn't that great at it. So the fact that I have something that represents, I'm literally posing again just with a deck that I'm not riding. So I'm lifetime poser over here. But yeah, huge shout out to Dom. We love you, Dom. Thank you so much for the deck. If you want to get yours too, theathletedeck.com. Check them out. They are amazing. Okay, so let's get back to business. I'm going to try and share my screen here. I don't know if I can actually. Okay, let's see. This is something that's brand new to me, guys, so don't mind me. What's up? Say hi in the comments, guys. Say hello, ciao. Let's see if I can share this. Let's see. Present. Yeah, I can. Okay. Flip the tab. Not this one. That one. Okay, guys, we're working through this together. Okay, perfect. Yes, we're going to share this screen. Can you guys see this? We're going to present it. Yes, amazing. So we've got obviously the Athlete Deck. I was just talking about him. Athletedeck.com. Amazing. Go check them out. Go follow them. Everything is there. Okay, guys, we're starting with the most amazing guy ever. Obviously, it's Jordan Mason. So, oh my God. Obviously, if you guys watched the game, even before the game. So the game started very late. For me, it was like, I don't even remember what time, 2:20 a.m. So I had a little snooze on the couch before game time. And as I'm kind of going through, I haven't even explained what this is, by the way. I'm doing Chrissy's King each week. This is how we're going to know who outperformed everyone on the field. It's just going to be the best thing ever, as you guys can see in my cute little graphic there. So Crissy's King each week is going to basically go through a list of players that kind of had top performances. And for whatever reason, if I feel like they've had the best performance out of, other players on the field, they're going to potentially be one of the guys to get the crown that week. Only one guy can get the crown. I originally was going to call this Crissy's Kings and have a bunch of kings, but then my co-host of Leeds 101, Joe Blackburn, he was like, there's only one king. So the other guys are basically knights. Put me in my place a little bit. I'm glad that he went over that with me, because honestly, like, I would have forgotten. I'm not that great with that kind of stuff. Anyways, so here we are. We're going to be doing Crissy's King. So how are you guys feeling about the game, by the way? I feel like like I said, it was an early morning for me. It was 2:20 a.m. the game. I had a little snooze. I woke up to my sister and my brother-in-law. My watch is going crazy. They're buzzing. They're like, CMC's not playing. And this is literally like an hour before the game. So is this working, by the way? I hope so, because I've been having mic problems. So anyways, I wake myself up instantly. Look, and for sure, yeah, there we go. Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, all of them are saying Christian McCaffrey's not playing. I'm like, oh my God, he's inactive for the game. What are we going to do? Like, this is the first game of the season. I'm tripping at this point, right? Anyways, turns out that we didn't even really need him. And okay, I consume a lot of 49ers content and everything, because like I live in Italy. I don't get to go to the games. This is just my life over here. And basically, I have a couple 49ers content creators that I really stay in touch with, that I look at all their stuff, that I think, okay, this person's doing amazing. So basically, I love this guy, and I met him too. My mind is just going everywhere right now. Brad Graham, I'm sure you guys know him. He runs the SF 49ers, and he does some of the best content. And he's somebody that I saw talking about Jordan Mason way earlier on, when he was like, I don't even know, when he's like fighting for a roster spot, like back when we drafted him. He's incredible. I just absolutely love this kid, and I feel like Brad is right about a lot of things. Actually, you know what's fun? I got to meet Brad when I went and covered the Dwight Clark Legacy series, which was really cool. He is literally just as amazing in real life. The beard is legendary in real life. So shout out to Brad. We love you, Brad. SF49ers. If you guys aren't following them, you got to go follow them. They're amazing. So yeah, go check out his content. But anyways, okay. Where I'm going with this is like, he gave us this foreshadowing on this kid, and we got to see this kid in prime time, literally. Mason had 28 carries for 147 yards and a touchdown. So if we rewind and go to last year, CMC went off for 152 yards on 22 carries, and he also had a touchdown. So literally a year ago, same thing, week 1 of the season, this is what CMC does. And JP Mason goes out there and basically does exactly the same as what CMC does. So is he CMC 2.0? Is he mini beast mode? I think he's just Jordan fucking Mason. You know, when people are like, oh, you're going to be the next blah. I think it's just, you're going to be the next whoever you are. Prove people that they want to be who you are. Just an opinion. But anyways, okay. He's one of my knights this week. He destroyed the Jets run D. They could not stop him. He's like a little bowling ball, just like determined and complete. Like, he's just crazy. I couldn't believe when I was watching him. I don't know how you guys felt. How did you guys feel? What's up, DJ? How's it going? Oh, I'm doing amazing, man. I'm starting this whole new series. I'm giving a crown to a player this week. We're crowning him. So if you're just catching up now, we're crowning one guy from the 49ers versus Jets performance. I can't give a crown to everyone. There's only one king. So Jordan Mason is one of my knights. Although, listen, he's also a king. I will say he's a king. But honestly, it's one of those things that I'm like, hey, if we have to sit CMC right now, the only other guy that I want taking his place is Jordan Mason. Legit. We don't know if he's going in next week. Do we know? I know CMC like just said to reporters, like, I'm ready to go. But like, I think he said that the last time too, and he didn't play. So we'll see. We got the Vikings coming up, obviously. I think that Mason could cook again anyway. So we're Gucci. We got 2 dogs. And I'd rather have, if I'm being honest, I'd rather have a healthy Christian McCaffrey down the stretch and Yeah, we don't want that tendonitis, the Achilles tendonitis, to turn into a tear because that'd be fucking terrible. Okay, so, oh, what's up, Paul? How's it going? Oh my God, prayers for your Panthers. Yeah, I know. I should be showing these. That's cute. Okay, sorry, I need a moderator because I feel like there's so much going on here. But yeah, no, prayers for your Panthers. I know. I feel for you. I even tweeted like I can't imagine being a Panthers fan. Honestly, like I feel so bad for you guys. But also, you know what? You're at the rock bottom right now. That means you can only go up from here, right? So let's try and be optimistic. Tickets are probably hella cheap. You can go and get wasted at the game. I don't know if you live in Carolina, but or wherever is it in Carolina? I don't know. I've never been there, but if you guys actually get cheap tickets, why not go and make it a fun thing? Get fucking wasted because what else are you supposed to do? Can you guys hear me, by the way? Please tell me you can hear me. Somebody give a thumbs up. Something. Been having a lot of issues with this fucker right here. So I don't know if you can see my beautiful background. I don't know if everyone was in here before. The athlete deck, we love them. They sent the fuck Dallas. Okay, yeah, you can hear me, I'm assuming. Tickets were no. $1.80, like American dollar, obviously. To me, that's like $3 Canadian, but that's still really cheap. Wow. I can't believe that. Thumbs up. Okay, we can hear me. We're good. If you hear a weird crackling or anything of the mic, just say, guys, I can't hear you or something because like I'm probably gonna anyways. Okay, so let's get back. We're gonna move on to our next guy. Yes, we are. Oh, look at that. This is my guy. Okay, obviously I had to talk about Brock Purdy. So he held his shit down in this game. Purdy threw an absolute dot. A dot. That should have been a touchdown had Brandon Ayuk figured out his stupid ass contract earlier and like actually agreed to things. He would have been out on that field getting all the reps, and it would have been the most chef's kiss, spectacular touchdown of all time. It was so beautiful. That ball, like I'm still gonna give Purdy the credit for that because that was incredible. It was incredible. I saw a video also of Alex Smith, and he was talking on the Pat McAfee show saying that Purdy has the most courage in the pocket. And I'm like, yeah, damn, that's like a good way of putting it. Never really thought about it before. And he's like, out of everyone in the NFL, he just has courage. He stands there, he takes the hits. He's like not afraid of people coming at him and getting in his bubble and space. Like I hate that shit. So the fact, and that's like real life, I hate that shit. But like he's like playing a very important game, getting pressure, getting everything all up in his grill, and he's still fine. Just a poised little Brock Purdy. Poised Purdy. We should call him that. I'm gonna call him that. And he still does the thing. It's crazy. His focus downfield never wavers. He goes on. So Alex Smith ends up like talking more, obviously, about him, and he goes on to say that like the poise and courage are basically two of his qualities that are very underrated. When you look at like the overall talent that a quarterback brings, those are two very underrated qualities. So I think, and I agree. Smith says Purdy's a baller. He is a baller. Now, quarterback wins are obviously not a stat. They're not. But guess what? Purdy's 18-4. 18-4 as a starter for the San Francisco 49ers. 22 games. Okay. Let's look at a couple other elite quarterbacks, or not even other, because a lot of people don't call them elite. Let's look at a couple other quarterbacks, or quarterbacks that are elite, and their first 22 games, okay, as a starter. So Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is 17-5 in 22 of his first games. 17-5, okay? Purdy, 18-4. Remember that. Joe Burrow, 9-12. And he's got a cheeky tie in there too. Okay. Josh Allen. Oh, he's elite. Everybody says he's elite. 12-4. Nope. Sorry. Math was not mathing. 12-10. Lamar Jackson. You know who he is. Lamar Jackson. Everybody tells me Lamar Jackson's better than Brock Purdy, but Lamar Jackson's never been to a Super Bowl, so you can't tell me. Can't say nothing. He's 14-8 in his first 22 games as a starter. Purdy, 18-4, by the way. Aaron Rodgers, who we got to play against, who now Purdy's stacking up elite quarterbacks that he's just kicking the ass out of, especially veteran ones, beats Tom Brady. Now he beats Aaron Rodgers, okay? Aaron Rodgers, first 22 games. Now, Aaron Rodgers had a weird situation. He was in and out all the time. He was like inactive. Then he was playing. Then he like didn't play. And then there was all that Favre stuff. I don't know. We don't like Favre. We don't like talking about him. But Aaron Rodgers, despite all that craziness that was going on, we're just looking at his first 22 games that he actually started. 7-15. He's only won 7 of those, and then 15 of them lost. So That's his first 22. Brock Purdy, 18-4. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I think you guys get the point. It's tough in this league. It's tough as a starter, okay? That doesn't matter like who the hell you have around you. I hate this when they're like, oh, the Avengers. It doesn't matter. The quarterback has to make all the decisions. They have to be the one to look down the field. They have to like take the hits, like Alex Smith is saying. Take the hits, have that composure, have that calm coolness, and be able to be the quarterback that we know they can be, right? Not a lot of quarterbacks can do that. In week 1, we saw a dishevelment out of like quarterbacks like Joe Burrow. Do you know what I mean? There's the little dudes that you guys think, oh, they don't have this, they don't have that, they're not tall, they don't have the height, they don't have the big hands, whatever it may be. Like size does not always matter, honey. Okay. Us girls know that. Okay. So anyways, Purdy is now 18-4 as a starter for the 49ers. I think he's going to make that 19-4 against the Vikings, but we'll get there. He's relevant as fuck, by the way. So how does he stay confident and poised in that pocket? Well, okay. So we're going to go to 2 other nights. I'm going to get to one other one. This is a lot, man. I'm telling you guys, I need a moderator. We're going to click. Yeah. Okay. This is fun. Oh, quarterback wins only matter if they talk about Dak. No, hot take. This is wrong. No, quarterback wins matter when they talk about everyone. I think it's so fucking ridiculous when they're like, oh, it's not a stat. There's a lot of something in there though. There's a lot, you can tell a lot about somebody as a player if they're able to win. If they're able to rally the guys around them and win, even when they don't have the players out there like a CMC. So I think it should count. And it's not just for Dak. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Hot take. Rodgers will finish his career with the Vikings. Ooh. Why do we say this? Does he have a tie there? I feel like that'll piss off the cheeseheads because they're going to be like, come home. And he doesn't want to come home. Oh, look. What's that? Oh, my God. 49er Faithful UK, baby, in the house. This is amazing. Okay, now I'm starting to get nervous because I've got like a crowd of my friends in here, and this is fun. Okay, so we're talking about the king of the week this week for me. I've already ran through a couple of them. We talked about Jordan Mason. Obviously, he was in the running for that. Haha, running back. He was the number one guy I discussed. Then we went to Purdy. Purdy obviously was one of the guys that I was looking at as a potential king this week, just because he's poised Purdy. We love him. We're going to call him that from now on. Thank you, Alex Smith, for giving us the nickname. And now we're at our next guy. Okay, so defense needs to keep shit together in order for Purdy to be confident out there when he's on offense. And somebody that just does everything. He's literally all pro, everything. All pro Warner. Fred Warner. He is the guy that punches the ball out of a hand of friggin' Breece Hall and watches it go down like he's bam-bamming on like, what are they, the little whack-a-moles? You know what I mean? At a carnival. That's Fred Warner. Boom. Popping balloons. I absolutely love that. I was watching Baldy's breakdown and he was saying like just popping balloons. Oh, so good. So he made that shit look easy. Fred Warner literally does it all. He didn't win the crown this week, sadly. Okay. I would give him a crown every week because he's just fantastic on the field. He's a good daddy. We stand Fred Warner. All pro Fred. We love him. The thing is, though, if I could give a crown, like a mini crown, I would, just for the best hype dude. I don't know if you guys saw the video before the game of him just like, we're going to kick the shit out of them or these motherfuckers. I don't know what he was saying, but I was like, oh, I'm a little turned on right now, man. And the game hasn't even started and the D's already getting going. So, but I absolutely love Fred Warner. He's just how can you not love the guy, okay? His speech had me, I'm drinking coffee right now. Do you guys like the mug? Miss Debbie Top Hat sent me this. She's incredible. Anyways, Warner was the highest graded PFF dude this week. Did you guys know that? Highest PFF dude for the 49ers. Sorry, let me back that up. And I think it was 92.6. That's the grade that he was given. Massive, huge. Okay. He finished the game with 7 tackles. 5 were solo. 2 were assists. Amazing math, Cryssy. And it was Dub City. I love when he does that afterwards the game. And you see in the background, it's like Niners win. You guys got to experience that for real life. When you're at that stadium and you get to see Niners win in the big, bold, beautiful red, and you're on the field and you got that in the background. Like, my biggest regret when I was there was not taking a photo with that in the background of me and my daughter, because we were there. Paul, you were at that game too. Oh, against the Bucks last season. That was fantastic. That stadium is something else, man. And I've been to Candlestick. I fucking love Candlestick, but there's something about going, yeah, fire up the troops. Woohoo! There's something about going to see a game at Levi's, man. Levi's is just the best. But yeah, Fred Warner, we absolutely love. We love him. So Dub Cities. Okay, my final night. We're going to get to my final night, guys. This is the guy that almost got the crown. And I had somebody mention this on Twitter. So we were close. We were close. Actually, you know what? Before I do this guy, Paul, who do you think is going to win? And Riley, I think you're still in here. Who do you guys in the chat say who you think is going to win the crown this week, okay? You guys have obviously seen who's been nominated so far. Jordan Mason, Brock Purdy. Now we have Fred Warner. There's one guy left that's one of the knights, and then we get to, but I'm going to let you guys try and guess it out. Ooh, okay. I like this guess. I like it a lot. Got to keep a poker face because I don't want to give things away, right? But yeah, I had to get back to this. I'm trying really hard now to get the comments going and like be more involved with the chat. So I hope this is fun for you guys. It's fun for me. I feel like I'm not doing a show on my own anymore when I'm talking to you guys. So Riley, do you love my background, by the way? Okay, good guess, DJ. Leonard Floyd. That's a great guess. Okay, Paul, we only get one guess. But since you just said this guy, you know what? We're going to get to the next guy. Yeah. Okay, so he's not the king this week. He's not the king. And that's okay because he's still a king in my heart, right? Sadly, only one guy gets the crown, and it's not Pooney this week, but Pooney fucking slayed. I need to just give you guys some lowdown here because honestly, he is our guard from the heavens above. I don't know if you guys felt like a feeling you've never felt when you're watching the offensive line, but I got that feeling. I was like, what just happened? We elevated to a new level of like dominance that I've not been able to experience in the past, like, I don't know how many years. Like, how many years has it been since we've not really had the greatest O-line, right? Like, we've always had a little bit of trouble there. Obviously, Trent Williams is fucking crazy amazing. Like, we had to pay him that amazing amount of money because he is worth every dime. I truly believe he is the best player in the NFL at the current moment. That's not a hot take either. I feel like Cowboys fans wouldn't agree with me. Maybe even Riley, if you're here, maybe you agree with me. But of course, that's been an area on the field that we've worried about, that I know that I've cringed. I'm like, oh my God. Like things are going to, Purdy has all that time in the pocket because of that beautiful offensive line, right? But listen, Dominic Pooney has been a player that, like, obviously, again, I'm going to mention Brad Graham and the SF Niners. He was posting some content about him, and I'm like, okay, this guy, okay? Like, this is the guy that I feel like, again, came from the heavens, given to us, like, on a silver platter, just like, you guys deserve this player. He's going to get you to the next level. He's going to elevate you. You're going to finally win a Super Bowl. In my beautiful red and gold crystal ball, I'm seeing a Super Bowl championship win. I see it for the first time in ever. I can see it in my future. I don't know, man. I know I sound delusional, but like, you got to believe. If you don't believe, what the hell else is, like, what do we do in this life if you don't believe in something, right? So enough of that. This is not Mental Health Monday. We're not going to get into like a little aspiration and like, giving all of my daily, what is it called? Not aspirations, affirmations, my daily affirmations, but we're not going to do that today. So, okay. Pooney got his first NFL career start in this one for the regular season. And you know why I think he's so fantastic? Okay, so I'm not really a stats girly. You guys have probably understood that. I kind of just talk about vibe and everything with people, but like his stats are incredible, okay? And we're going to give a big shout out to Coach Yak on Twitter because he's the one that dropped these stats down. And I'm like, shit, that's good. Okay, so I had to bring this up. First off, he was PFF's highest graded offensive rookie in week 1 with 79.1. That's huge. That's incredible. Okay. He had 34 pass blocking opportunities, 1 pressure, 0 sacks allowed, 0 quarterback hits. So when Alex Smith is talking about, even when the hits are coming, hits were not coming because Pooney did not allow it. He had a 98.5 pass blocking efficiency, 77.7 pass block grade, and 74.6 run block grade. That's amazing. That's his career, like first NFL career start. Dominic Pooney, okay, amazing. He's exactly what the O-line has been missing. Like he's literally that missing puzzle piece. And I feel like it starts with an O-line. I've always said like O-line save lives, and you need a good offensive line in order for your quarterback to have the time to make his decisions. Purdy's always been a good decision maker. He knows how to look downfield, and like he understands where to throw the ball. He's accurate. He's amazing with like a crumbly O-line. Do you know what I mean? Like imagine with even a better O-line. Like I feel like this guy's just saving everything, and like he's able to like stop the run. So like look at little Jordan Mason go. Do you know what I mean? Like this is what we've been missing. So his post-game interview was super cute too. He's just happy and beaming to be a part of the 49ers. And like I think all of us felt the same watching him, like we're also very happy that you're here, Pooney. So huge dub in the draft for us. I'm hyped to see where the season's going to go thanks to somebody like Dominic Pooney. Okay. Guys, it's happening. Yeah, Coach Yak is great with stats. Honestly, I wasn't following him for such a long time. I don't know why. Like, I would always see his stuff on my timeline. I thought I was following him. I guess I wasn't, but I'm like, oh shit, he's going to come on my show. I'm going to interview him. I'm excited. That's one of my interviewees I just gave to you guys. I'm doing another really cool one, by the way. Not a player, but somebody who's a part of kind of the 49ers, and she's super inspiring to me. So I'm pumped for that one. Yes. Okay, this dude should not be on the 49ers. Oh, are you sad? Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck Dallas. I had to stunt on you again. I'm sorry. This is the coolest thing I've ever been sent. Hey, Riley. Like, take it out of the fact that it's, George Kittle doing the fuck Dallas thing, which obviously that is reminiscent of that time we kicked the shit out of Dallas last year. No big deal. It is a really cool deck, don't you think? And I think he does Cowboy stuff. I don't know. Check him out. athletedeck.com. Amazing. Yes. You guys know the vibe. Okay. We're going to get, I don't want to, keep you guys in suspense any longer because you know what? I have to present my crown of the week to an absolute dog, the unsung hero, the guy who probably wore, and this is kind of given a little bit of potentially who's going to be, he probably wore a gold boot, beaming with pride to play for the 49ers with this boot because it's just on his foot and he's about to do something that he's never done before. I don't think. I have to double check that. But I honestly think that his kicking was like he was kicking with the feet from Jesus himself. Okay, I need to simmer down a little bit. He made all 6 of his field goals. He crushed both extra points, combining for 20 of the 32 points on the board, all because of the golden boot. He scored more points with his foot. Keep that in mind, with his foot than the Jets could put together on their entire offense. Okay, this guy, he's incredible. I'm going to just hit you guys with him now. Some of you have guessed right. Oh, yes, there he is. The king of the week. Yes. Obviously, I had to go with Jake Moody, guys, because this guy, he used to make me literally like cover my hands and like peek through. I don't know if you guys ever did that and be like, oh my God. I can't watch. Like as if you're watching a scary movie. I remember back in the day, I'd be watching like Chucky with my mom and dad. I don't know why they made me watch that as a child, but it was terrifying. And I'd be sitting there like this, like behind the couch. That's what Jake Moody used to do. Whenever he was going to kick, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can watch because sometimes he'd make it. Sometimes he wouldn't. Other times I was like, that was luck. So it's been hard watching him. I mean, missing field goals is not fun. I'm sure it's a very mental thing too. But like in my mind, I'm always like, this is your one job as a kicker. Like, how are you missing a field goal? How? Like, obviously, they're different lengths of the field each time. How do you miss a extra point? That's the one that I would get upset about. I'm like, how? I don't get it. You're in like an area that's not even getting rained on or anything. Like, you're in a dome. How do you miss that? I don't know. Definitely mental. But Monday Night Football, he did not miss a single thing, man. He was 100% on everything. Literally. I wasn't scared to watch anymore. I literally was like, just like taken back because Jake Moody, again, like he's one of those guys that last year I had a little bit of uncertainty with him. I didn't feel as confident as I felt watching this game. Like after like the third one that he made, I'm like, dude, he got this. And they had like 8 consecutive scoring drives, which was incredible. The offense was just clicking, man. Everything was clicking. The shoes were just, the boot was just flying, man. I cannot believe it. Like literally gold boot. I used to say that about Robbie Gould. It feels like we have Robbie Gould again. And I don't want to get in over my head, but obviously we have to give Jake Moody the crown this week because he earned it. Okay. I just can't believe it. If you guys are in like sleeper when you're using fantasy and everything. On sleeper, he had 26 points. 26 points. That's like more than what the quarterbacks were putting up, just so you know. This guy's incredible. Like, I don't know. Oh, just special, man. Just absolutely special. Gotta love, yeah, we love it. We absolutely love it. Yes, do your thing, guys. Smash that like button. If you're not already subscribed, get on in here because this is going to be a weekly thing that we're doing. I made these graphics all on my own, by the way. Who else is the king or queen? I would say I am. Okay, kind of insane that the 49ers and Cowboys both won because of their kickers, and both kickers had some of the highest fantasy scores. Yeah, that's actually crazy. I mean, how often is it that your kicker scores more points than the team that you're playing? I mean, the Jets look like dirt, man. I feel for them, but like obviously Aaron Rodgers is going to get better. He's one of those guys that I think he's. I'm not. Riley calls him something else. I'm not going to put it on the screen if you show it, but yeah, the road to 1K. Let's go. If we can get there, man, I'm going to give away something really cool from Oma. I always say it wrong. Homage. The like Italian in me wants to say homage. But Homage is the one that like did the starter jackets with Jerry Rice recently, and they reached out to me and they're sending me a really cool box and shit. Actually, they're sending it to my brother because they can't ship internationally, but I'm gonna get it eventually because my brother's gonna ship it here, and I'm gonna do a really cool giveaway from them. Not the stuff that they're sending me, but like something dope from their website that I'm gonna send to somebody. It's not a jersey, but it's like I think a really cool item. But yeah, if we get to 1K, I'm going to do a really cool giveaway for one of the subscribers that helps me get there. So I love you guys. Get me to 1K. Come on. It's not that hard. Listen, I haven't been very active on my YouTube. I'm one of those people that likes to just tweet away and whatever. And I was feeling pretty down in the dumps about like the background that I had at my old place and just not feeling good mentally about doing shows, which is silly. I know it shouldn't be about what you have and like, but I always compare myself to other people and their little setup that they have and all this shit back there. Brad, what's up? Dude, I was literally giving you all your praise, by the way. I don't know if somebody was telling you, but you are literally one of the reasons the reason that I had my eye on Jordan Mason because you were just going off about him in the early days. And then Dom and everything. So like Brad is good people. We got to meet at the Dwight Clark Legacy Series, and I'm sad I didn't have more time with him because things got kind of hectic. I was watching him do his thing, and he does everything. Like he's incredible. He's so the GOAT. Just watching him in person, like I literally was like, wow, he was just going, had a camera, had his phone, had everything. We were trying to get some cool interviews with 49ers and stuff, but then we got a little scared to like go up and ask for, oh my God, who was it? Who was it that walked by us? And we're like, oh my God, we should try and ask him for an interview. We didn't, but I wish that we did. Oh, and I got to meet Taylor Worth. Everyone there was so great. So yeah, huge shout out to Brad. If you guys aren't following the SF Niners, go fucking follow him right now. Literally the best content that's out in like all the content that comes from 49ers content creators. Him and Paul, absolutely love Paul. Paul, put your little, it was Alden Smith. Yes. Paul, put up your Twitter account so everybody can go follow too. But yeah, Alden Smith, remember? Yeah. He walked by and we were like, let's get him. We were set up with like our lights and everything. It would have been awesome. Yeah, he was at the Dwight Clark. That event was incredible, by the way. I did an interview with Matt Mayoko after it. And again, I got like way in my head about things and didn't want to post it because I just like was worried about what people would think about like my questions, which I thought I asked really good questions. I think it's something that I got to drop. It's like, yeah, in the lockbox of like potentials that I got to put up on there. But yeah, SF9, yep, mine too, man. Literally, like when I wake up, because I wake up, obviously, like everybody's gone to sleep in the West Coast and everything. And I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, the main ones I go to is literally Brad and the SF Niners. And then like the 49ers account itself, I'll go to Schefter, I'll go to Ian Rappaport, but like the dude that I love following the most is Brad. Like Brad is amazing and he's just such a good guy. I think that we should be more open about telling people how we feel about them. Like, and when we see like amazing people in this life, we should give them their flowers. So that's something I'm trying to do more of. And Brad is just what you see online is literally what you get in person. Like he's just such a genuine good person. So huge shout out to you, Brad. I don't know if you're still here, but we love you. But yeah, okay, where was I going with this, guys? Oh, dude, it's all love. It's all love. This is what we have to do. Brad does have great content. I'm sure, Paul, you feel the same way because we're on this side of the world and to be able to wake up and like feel like we're there because of your guys' content, it's a really cool feeling. We feel like we're almost living in San Francisco and like get to see all the news as it's happening, but like through a really great lens of somebody who genuinely looks at players as people first, which I think is super important. And Brad does that. So yeah, we love his content. But yeah, so obviously this is going to be one of my new little segments that I'm doing each week. I hope you guys like it. Jake Moody, he earned it in my eyes. Again, like I was not scared to look at him taking the field goal this week, which was really nice. This next weekend, we've obviously got the Vikings coming up. We're going up Brock Purdy. Oh, I guess I could take this down now, by the way. Let's unshare this. Okay. So we're going up obviously against the Vikings. It's Brock Purdy versus our old guy, Sam Darnold. Hey, Darnold. I hope that he sees a lot of ghosts this time around, guys, because honestly, we don't want him to win, even though he balled out last week and he just like destroyed. Who was it that he was playing? Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. It was incredible, that game. Like, good for him. But yeah, so this weekend is going to be a little bit hectic. Oh, this is so nice. Thank you. I appreciate you. London watch party, man. Yeah, we're obviously going to support. We're going to support forever. And what I'm loving is like seeing that you're like credentialed and everything and doing your thing. And like all the players like support, like when they see you show up, they're like, yeah, Brad, like that's goals. That is goals, honestly. The London watch party, baby. Oh, dude, that's this weekend. Okay, so I was potentially going to go to this watch party. Obviously, it's the Vikings and it's in London this year. But I can't make it this week because I work for DAZN. And what we're doing is this weekend is like a huge thing where we're covering not only like Scott Hansen's Red Zone, but like we do in the German market, it's called End Zone. So it's the same thing. Like basically they show every single touchdown, everything, and they've got the Red Zone broadcast, but then their own broadcasters on top of that talking about everything. And I'm covering both entire events. So like the early slate of games to the like later slate of games, and then not the prime time, obviously, just when Red Zone is happening. But like I'm covering every single game that's involved in that. And I have to make sure that like the watch parties are kicking off and going well. And like I'm putting all the graphics you guys are going to see on screen. So if you guys have DAZN as your streamer and like you watch all your games on DAZN, you'll be seeing some of the content that I've put together from like start to finish. I've produced like a bunch of quizzes and polls and like fun stuff for the chat to get involved with. So I'm super excited to do that because this is like my bread and butter. Like I've been one of the NFL girls and like I'm one of the reasons that DAZN is actually doing watch parties for NFL, because when I got hired last year, they're like, yeah, we're going to like, we potentially want to do NFL. And I'm like, no, NFL's my thing. Like, please do it. Please do it. So I get to produce the watch parties for that, which is really cool. But I'm super nervous because it's literally like a 9-hour event that I'm covering for 2 separate markets at the same time. It's going to be nuts. But yeah, she's amazing. My husband took her out. Cryssy took her out to the park so I could do this. Listen, I feel like I need to give him a shout out because it's so hard as a new mom. Like she's a year and a half now, but like it's hard to put myself first and do these kind of things. Because when she's around, I just want to be with her. I want to give every part of me to her and like not feel like I'm taking away from her by like not giving her the time. And so my husband really stepped up and was like, look, I'm going to take her to the park. You get on and do this thing. And like, I thought that was really sweet because in order to get anywhere in life, I think you need people around you that support you and like help you and lift you up when you're having moments where you don't feel like maybe you're good enough to do something. And I feel like I was like that for a little bit. I wanted to do the show earlier on in the week, right after the game, but I just wasn't feeling it. And like I was with my daughter a lot. So I just didn't want to take away from that. But it's very important to have that support. So if you do have that, please lean on it. Oh my God, come here. Come here. Guys, it's like she knew. They just got back from the park. Oh. What's going on? She sees the mic. She's like, I have no idea what's going on here. But yeah, the support is everything. And I was just giving you some props, man. He says thank you. I'm talking to Chris. Anyways, it's super important to have people that support you and love you and like to have time to do things for yourself like this, because what is life about if we can't do what we love, right? So anyways, oh, the queen and the princess. Yeah, she's the little princess. You have the hiccups? What's going on? I wanted to ask you guys, so obviously we've got the Vikings game coming up this weekend. Do you guys have score predictions? I don't know if she's turning the mic on and off. Oh, the vibes are off the chart now. They are, I know. Little R, you want to go down? Here you go. Okay. Oh, I know. She's literally the sweetest little thing ever. Greetings, little one. Oh, yeah, that's my daughter Ari. She's gonna probably pop in and out of these things sometimes, so that's just how it's gonna be. You're not allowed to share yours. Oh, okay, but are you thinking it's a dub? Can I at least get that? You don't need to give me the proper what's it called, like actual score prediction and everything. You can just say win or loss. I think I'm always gonna say win, even when we play the Chiefs. And I was gonna say the Chiefs. We're gonna be doing a amazing 49ers takeover in Newcastle, which I've never been there. What is that, Ari? And we're gonna be rocking in front of a bunch of like Chiefs fans and everything too, which is pretty crazy because it's like not only Chiefs fans, it's also going to be Niners fans, and like we're all at the same bar. It's going to be really fun. I'm excited. So that's going to be in Newcastle. I believe that's October 20th that we play the Chiefs. I'm going to go, and me and Paul are going to make all the content together and do some really cool interviews and stuff. I want to talk to a bunch of the UK faithful and ask them how they became fans and everything. So if you are a UK faithful and you're planning on going, hit me up, DM me, because I'd love to set up an interview. But we got to feature Paul because Paul's just the best. Yeah. Woohoo, that's right. It is. Okay. See, when I think about something that I really want to do, I keep it in my head for a very long time. So that one I have booked off. I'm not going to be working for DAZN that day. They're going to have to find somebody else to produce all the content. But yeah. Okay. Niners dub. Love it. Yes. Riley says 35-16 Niners. Okay. We will take it. We will definitely take it. Anybody else with the predictions? Hi, man. It's so great to see you. We got to do our interview soon, too. I feel like I'm back, baby. Like, now I've got the beautiful little setup back there. Like, I feel good. I feel like I'm in podcast zone now, you know? She's moving the mic so she can see herself. Aw, she wants her camera time. Of course she does. Honestly, she's like her mama. Of course she's like her mama. Oh, man. See more and more faithful downtown. That's nice. DJ, where do you live again? Are you in San Francisco? I can't remember. I'm really jealous if you are. I don't see any faithful here. I've seen like the whole time that I've lived in Italy, maybe 2 or 3 people that were wearing something. Somebody was wearing a Patrick Willis jersey. Was that right, Chris? Was someone wearing a Patrick Willis jersey? Oh, in Copenhagen. No, when we were walking through town. Remember you pointed it out and you're like, you should go say something. I didn't end up saying something, but it was crazy. Someone was wearing a Patrick Willis jersey in this small town that I live in. There's like 14,000 people that live here, but it is touristy. But like to see somebody in Italy wearing Patrick Willis, that was cool. And then I've seen somebody in this shirt, and we were at like a food market thing, and I'm like, bang, bang, Niner gang. And he just looked at me, and like, I think he didn't realize what he was wearing. You know, sometimes I feel like Italians just wear shit that looks cool, and like, they don't really know what it represents. But like, especially when I'm anywhere and people are like, oh, do you watch football? And I'm like, yeah, of course, the Niners are my team. I'm like, oh, no, wait. They're not meaning that football. They mean soccer. Like Serie A. And so like we live really close to Milan. We get to go see Serie A games all the time, which is fun. But yeah, no, Paul is not. I'm excited to I need to have Paul and Ty. I need you to come on the show too. This is just something that I'm doing each week. That's like just me babbling about who my king is, because I know I say that all the time. But yeah, why do the Cowboys have to play the Niners after the Chiefs? Just so they can be mad at. Okay, no, we're not going to lose though. I feel like this is finally going to be the game that we win, and that's why I want to go and make sure that I'm around other faithful to be in this moment, because I feel like it's going to be a moment I want to remember forever. Like I can watch the game at my house and sit on the couch with the projector on any day of the week, but like to go and be there, we got to do that, I think. So, oh, DJ, you're from Vancouver? That's obviously where I'm from. That's amazing. Oh my God. That's so cool. To see faithful, I'm sure they're stunting on those stupid Seahawks, although they got a win. They did get a win, but they won. They beat the friggin' Broncos, which I don't feel like counts. What kind of fans do you see most? Here in Italy, I'll say that it's definitely Raiders, but I don't think that people really understand what the Raiders are. I think it's just a really iconic brand. They really like the pirate look and whatever. And so that's every time I'm at any store that sells football stuff, Raiders stuff is always there. It's pretty crazy. Like Raiders, I don't know why they're so big over here, but it must be the brand. They do good with their branding, and that's fine. Yeah, exactly. My old stomping ground. I miss it there so much. What's that? Thank you so much for joining. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Can you be on the show? Of course. We have to like break it down. We play you guys this year. And so I might have to have you on to discuss the Cowboys. And I feel like you'll know a lot of shit that will help us really like dictate who we think is going to win that game, because you're like the king of knowledge. If I could give you a crown for like being the king of something, you are the king of knowledge. You'll definitely come on. Okay, yes, we do. It is pod season. There's a lot going on right now, guys, and I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. I've got some cool guests coming up, but yeah. So your dad must love it. My dad must love what? Oh, the Raiders. Yeah, my dad does love it, but the thing is like my dad, like, he still is like way more into his soccer teams, if that makes sense. Like, he's a Raiders fan and everything, obviously, but like, I think if he's gonna rank it, like, his stuff is like Italian soccer. He loves Italian soccer. So I'm the biggest, I'd say, football fan in my family. No, my brother-in-law is a huge football fan too, and my husband sometimes when the Patriots are doing well. But like, my brother-in-law is a Cowboys fan, so like, it's funny. I sent him a picture of this when I received it, and I was like, "Hey, Ian, what do you think?" It's such a sick photo. I had to stunt on him, but yeah, can't deny that. Nope, definitely can't. The Raiders are gonna have a top 10 pick. Just watch. They probably will. I don't know if that's gonna help them though. They're gonna draft another tight end because they did that 2 years in a row now. But anyways, okay. It's nearly 7 p.m. here, guys. I had so much fun with you guys today. I'm excited to kick off the show with you, and I'll be doing this every single week. So join me. I don't know when it's going to happen. Like I said, like I prioritize my daughter. So I'll have these up after the game at some point. I'm hoping a little earlier than this one went up, but I will be giving you guys my picks on Sunday morning. So come through live on that one too. Because I'm going to go through all the teams that I'm covering that week for DAZN, and I'm going to tell you guys who I think is going to win. And yeah, we love you guys. Great show. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll obviously promote the show when I'm about to do it, but it's not going to be a regular, consistent thing every week. It's going to be, or like at a specific time, it's going to be random throughout the week. So you guys will see it on social media, okay? I know. I can't wait to have you guys. You guys are so sweet. Appreciate you and your time, obviously. I can't wait to see you again in Newcastle. That's going to be amazing. Always a pleasure, DJ. Keep Vancouver good for me, okay? Keep the vibes high over there. Wear all the 49ers gear because we need that. Smash that like button. Yes, smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I absolutely love you guys. And yeah, we're going to end stream. It might take a second because that's just how it is. But stay balling, guys. We love you.